Hello everybody. So I don't know if today is actually going to show me the comments. If not, I'm just going to log in over here on my computer just in case there are any comments. Let's see if anyone's live. Hello, whoever that is. Add a comment, let me know who you are. Right, okay. So, as you know, I had a really crappy week last week. And for me, what that does is it makes me a bit feisty. Whereas, as a coach, you generally do what's called a shit sandwich. A shit sandwich is where you have got something tough to tell somebody. And so you tell them something really, really nice first. Then you tell them the shitty thing, and then you tell them something really, really nice again. And I've learned that with some of my clients, they need it double sandwiched because actually they're very, very low. So they need lots and lots of nice jammy bits. But when I'm really low, I'm really upset about something, I'm not so good at the shit sandwich. But the good thing is I have tuned into this and I have looked at all the things that really, really piss me off. And so I'm going to have a jolly... Hey, Joe! Yes, it's not telling me here, but it's telling me there. I'm going to have a jolly good rant over the next couple of weeks because I've written down everything that pisses me off. Everything. And the first thing that really annoys me, because this has happened to me twice this week and it makes me mad, is these coaching programs, business coaches that are scamming the life out of everybody. It gives us a bad name and it's not fair because I'm in plenty of groups with other business coaches who are fabulous, not as good as me obviously, but fabulous and deserve to do really, really well. Okay, so first thing I had this last week was the coaching formula. So what it's suggesting is that you can train as a coach now. Of course, loads of people are going to fall for this one right at the moment, right? They're retraining and so they're all primed for, I've retrained as a coach, how the hell am I going to make some money? And so somebody tells them, it's easy peasy, you follow my coaching formula and you'll be doing 10k months in an instant, just like that. Oh, for the love of God. So the reason why, and then of course actually there's just tons of 10k Formula Ones. They're not all bad. Quite a lot of them are. They're not all bad, right? And I want you to understand that one of the reasons I'm mad is because I've fallen for loads of these. Remember, I've been a coach for 20 years. So I've fallen up for tons of these, and actually I still sign up for quite a lot of programs just so that my business club members don't have to and I can check them all out, right? And one of my issues is I do not like manipulation. I'm a fan of sales, I'm a fan of marketing, but I don't like manipulation. I don't like anything that makes you feel guilty, all right? Sometimes you have to press a button. Sometimes you just have to push people to hurry up and buy it, right? Of course. Sometimes you just have to make them feel a little bit sore in order to be able to buy it, okay? But you don't have to promise a pile of rubbish that's not going to happen. And the reason why these 10k month malarkeys is not going to happen is for really, really sensible reasons. One is this coaching formula I saw was for new coaches. I'm really sorry, but no, you can't miss the steps. The steps in life. There are steps in life. Babies have to become toddlers. They have to learn to crawl and so on. And yes, you don't want to be doing, if you're in that kind of online service program, you don't want to be doing one-to-ones for the rest of your life. But you do have to start doing them. You do, because you need to work out you don't want to do them for much longer, but you also need to learn how to do it, manage your clients and all the rest of it. Now, some people can definitely get a jump start. You could have all sorts of previous experience. It means that you can get a jump start on stuff, okay? I know one mentor who did really well. She went from earning 12k a month as a yoga teacher to earning 50 to 100k the next year, and definitely was on 10k months, and definitely now earns something ridiculous like 300k a month. But it wasn't really She'd spent years as a yoga teacher. She'd already done the work. Okay, so that's one thing. There are steps in life and you just have to go through them all. But I don't know, some of you are in a group I'm in elsewhere. I have got something for you. If this is what you feel, that you're stuck on a step, that you need a push, then let me know, because I've got something for you. I've had an idea, and if there's enough people interested, then I will run it. Anyway, right, the next thing is about this 10k malarkey is that it's generally a pyramid scheme. When it's coaches selling to coaches, anyway. I've got no problem with the concept, and I have somebody in my business club where we've built a transformational program that is worth easily 3.5k, and I have no problem with the suggestion that you could have a business coaching program which is worth 50k. I've got no problem with that, you know, when you get up to the higher levels. But generally, a lot of these programs are coaches telling other coaches that the way to earn 10k a month is to charge 3 to 5k per client. So this is coaches coaching coaches and charging 3 to 5k a month to charge 3 to 5k a month. That is a pyramid scheme. It is. It's going to fall foul. Eventually, at the bottom of it, you're going to get somebody where it doesn't work. That's a pyramid scheme, right? I'm in network marketing. I know what pyramid schemes and what they aren't. You're watching the bank. The bank rang. Oh no! Don't worry, you'll catch up, Joe. Anyway, so that's why. So there's a pyramid scheme. The other thing is a lot of these programs, right, are missing a lot of what you actually need in terms of business information and mindset information in order to get to that 10k level. Maybe they are a mindset program because there's a lot of mindset steps, but maybe they forget to actually teach you what you actually need to know. What that means is you'll need to buy more programs to fill in all of the business gaps, or you're going to fail. I mean, one or the other, because it doesn't actually do everything that you need. So that's one of the things. Generally, not always, but a lot of them, the prerequisite to joining is your credit card. Not checking quite intensively if your business is in the right place. Right? Anyone who joins my stuff, my programs are very clearly aimed at specific income levels of somebody running a business. Okay, they're aimed at the problems at each different income level. And I talk to people to check and see if they're ready or not when they want to join. Okay, so the prerequisite of can you spend the money is not an actual reality of whether you are able. And interestingly, I was in one program where she changed it from a payment plan option to you had to pay up front. And she said, this was really heartfelt and true. She said, if you can't afford it, you are not ready. And I agree with that 100%. Now, the next thing is really, really practical about these 10. So I'm going to go on about 10k months for a little bit longer, and then we'll talk about the other things. There's one other thing, practically speaking, about 10k months. They don't break down what does 10k actually mean. Are they talking about 10k with a lot of extra pressure, a lot of extra work, and 5k of costs? Is it worth it? Okay. Are they taking into account? Now, a lot of the 10k month malarkey has come from America, and America has a very different tax structure to us, which I don't even pretend to understand, right? But from a UK perspective, you've got no income tax if you're earning £1,042 a month, okay? When you go above that, any income, and that's going to be what you take from the business, that's your profit from the business, any income you take above that is going to, you're going to lose 20% straight away, okay? Right, well, that's fair enough. We're all kind of used to income tax, aren't we? Let me point out though, if actually you were on a 10k month and you were making 5k in actual income, in actual profit that you were then taking out of the business, when you're earning over £4,167 a month, you're earning over the 50k per annum higher income tax limit. You're therefore, everything over that, everything over the 4,167 is now taxed at 40%. Right, so when you get to that point, you don't want to just dribble over, you want to leap over that point, because otherwise, actually, you'll probably be working quite a lot harder for not a lot. Okay. Then, let's have a look at the real shocker. Let's say, so your costs, let's have a look at costs first and then we'll go into this real shocker. Your costs at 10k a month, you could be running it very successfully with an organic Facebook reach, so very few costs. You've probably got a VA, bit of web design going on, bit of support here and there. So you could actually have very, very low costs. That would be great. Okay, obviously you're then going to hit the higher tax rate, but you could be sensible about this. There are pensions, there are ways of making sure you're staying under the actual, get a proper advisor, right? Not me. And so you're staying under the higher tax income, so it's still kind of really sensible. But let's say instead what you were doing was using a strategy of selling workshops for £1,000 a time. So you want 10 people on it and you're using Facebook ads. Well, that's probably going to include a process of a webinar. So you've got adverts to get onto the webinar, and then you've got people on the webinar and you've got to convert them, and then you're using Facebook ads. You're probably spending 5k in Facebook ads for that. I've got all the numbers and why that would potentially be that. But think about it. Now I want you to think, right, okay, so you're actually only making 5k, but you are making 5k, aren't you? That was the answer the Facebook ad specialist told me. I was like, yeah, all right, okay. But you are making 5k, except you're not, because when you earn over £7,083 revenue a month in your business, not income, not all the stuff after costs and all the rest of it, the actual money first coming in, when you're earning over £7,083, you're earning over 85,000 per annum, and you're hitting the VAT level, and immediately all of your revenue, you lose 20%, just like that. Not whether you make a profit or not, you just lose 20%. That's what VAT is. That's what VAT is. So when you're getting to that point where on average it looks like, so it's an average over the year, it looks like you're going to be earning 85,000 over a 12-month period, you don't want to be earning 10k. You want to be earning way more. You want to leap over. So do you see why I've got an issue with this 10k a month malarkey? Because it's not got any practical sense whatsoever. It's just 10k is a rubbish number, actually. 10k is a rubbish number. You want to be aiming to earn about 6,500 with sensible pensions and costs and all the rest of it, and then you want to have a strategy in place that means that you then leap up to like about 12 to 15k a month. Anyway, just saying. So that is the 10k a month. Oh, bless Joe. You did exactly that with me, and now I'm flying. Yeah, you are an absolute star. You really are. You really are. Love working with you. So you've got that. Now let's get to the other sales technique that they use, that they love so much. You must invest in yourself in order for the universe to invest in you. I'm calling bullshit on that. I really, really am. There's no law anywhere that says, see, a law is something that is categorically true all the time. That's what makes it a scientific law. Now, yes, there are some people whose personality means that they only value what they pay for. Okay, and there are some people like that. And if you were like that and you wanted a really big outcome, then you might want to consider how much you spend, and spend more if you want to make more. But actually loads of us are perfectly capable of learning from free. Yeah? Loads of us perfectly. I get just as much half the time from a free program as I do from a paid program, and I have got just as much from programs that cost me £50 a month as cost me £600 a month. I have spent fucking loads, and no one, let's just mention this, no one in all of those programs with the 10k months and they invest loads of money, no one's offering you a guarantee. None of them. Interestingly, I did on a couple of my programs and no one took me up on them, and I was like, that's madness. Anyway. So let's get to this one. This one really irritates me. I was in a Facebook group. I was horrified. Horrified. This woman had signed up for a course. It wasn't something that I was interested in, but it was something I was interested in finding out about. I'm particularly interested in learning about VAs at the moment and how all that works. She'd signed up for it, she'd logged in, she'd gone, oh my God, this is not what I was signing up for. It was a fair amount of money she signed up for, 400 quid. And she immediately realised it was a mistake. She emailed them and said, can she have a refund? No. No refund. Okay, the quantity, the quality, the content wasn't good. It wasn't what she thought. It had been missold. Maybe she was in a rush. Maybe she had just gone, oh, this sounds nice, and hadn't read it in depth and all the rest of it. Maybe it had sounded like what she was hoping for and all the rest of it. They refused to give her a refund. I gave her some tips. I'm sure she'll get the refund from now. I give 100% refund. Guaranteed. Yes, okay, there's a couple of words saying, please actually try and do what I've told you to do. But generally speaking, and I've never had to give it, to be honest. I have experienced it in other times, but I never had to give it. But the reason I do is because I believe in my content, and I believe in my ability to kick people a bit sometimes to get them going. I do think it's my responsibility to motivate people. Yeah? So yes, I do. I give 100% refund guarantees. Of course I do, and especially in a pandemic. And everyone was going, oh, well, the coach has a right to earn money. She doesn't have a right to earn money by ripping people off and insisting that they don't get a refund for something when there's not that. There's plenty of money. I'm not in a lack mindset, but she was in that kind of stage in the business at the beginning where she really needed to be careful about business spends. And actually, it's not about lack, but you should be careful about what you spend. You shouldn't be overspending. That's not good business. Okay, so it's not okay that they wouldn't give her a refund. I've just left a membership. Like I say, I do pop in and out of a number of things. I've just left a membership. I was like 2 days from resubscribing, and I was thinking, oh shit, there's going to be some bloody terms and conditions, and they're going to say I should have done it 14 days ago. So they were absolutely perfect. They were fine, which means I would consider another one of their programs at some point. It's their software I'm actually interested in. But so let me give you a practical example. I've got a sleep tips and toolkit book. People spend blinking hundreds of pounds on trying to sleep, all right? From the description, they can get a vague idea as to what's in there, obviously. But let's say they buy it and they go, oh, what a shame. It's a great book, but I actually know everything in here already. I've tried everything in here already. Well, obviously, I'd give them a refund. Of course I would. It's just crazy not to. So yes, by the way, no one's ever asked, but when I had a salon, we did have a few people. Now we did have refund hunters. We did. We had to tweak our wording. You have to be careful with that. We did. And we had a couple of crazies, and frankly, give them refunds and get rid of them. That's the other thing, business. Now, final thing. I have been going on for a little while, but final thing. It's the one formula. This is the formula you need to succeed. It is the only formula. It's that. When they say that, that's bollocks. There's no one answer to anything in life. Oh my God, would I love one answer to all of my problems? Pardon me, but there's not. There's no one formula. There's no one answer. Okay, there just isn't. There are some formulas that are more adaptable and you can stick your intuition in there. And that's what you need as a successful business person. You need, from a masculine perspective, we sound like good gut instinct. You need to use your intuition. You need to adapt. Whatever the formula is, it needs to be adaptable. And many of these are not. They are rigid. Do this, 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 and this, follow this. And then if you don't, obviously, no refund because... So, no, the ladies in my business club, like Jo, who was listening a little while ago, I give them loads of different potential marketing techniques that they can use because they're not all suitable for your business or your family or how much you want to earn or anything. Right, so there's no one formula, not at all. And I'm really disappointed to tell you that because blinking wow, if there was, it'd be fabulous. So that is my 2 penny worth on these scammers selling business programs for small businesses, and especially the ones targeting business coaches or that sort of thing. Be really careful. Be really discerning. If they're making you feel, if they're making you wobble, if they're making you question your thoughts, if they're making you feel guilty, if they're doing that, stay really, really, really clear of them. And if they're not willing to guarantee their work, then stay really, really clear of them, would be my advice. Now, back to what I was saying earlier on, when we were talking about the 10K formulas, and I was saying that there are stages or steps or, places in life, there's like a natural journey in life, okay? I do think, though, that you can sometimes get a little bit stuck at one step, and sometimes you need a little bit of a push, all right? Sometimes it's basically the stepping up process needs to be a bit intentional. Anyway, the one advantage to me of really shitty times, which is what last week was, is that when I work through it, I get loads of inspired ideas. And I have an absolute doozy for you. So what I would like to know, and I will probably do a post about it as well, but what I would like to know is who feels that they are like at one place in their journey and they want to move up. They're a bit stuck. They would like to leap to the next level. And they would like something practical that's looking at the mental blocks, the energetic blocks, and the skills, the next steps, and so on. So, who is interested in that? If you are, if this is something that interests you, that really, really interests you, please comment below saying yes, send me more leap info, something like that. And I'll put a couple of posts out, and if I get enough interest, then I will run this as a masterclass. I'm thinking actually pretty much a 2-hour masterclass. I've got it all set out because it's already downloaded. And it would be something you would be able to then reuse over and over and over and over again. So I think that would be really cool because there's no one answer. There's no one leap. There's no one time. It's like an onion layer. Being in business is like an onion layer. It's a journey of personal development. There are more things. Even, who is it? Denise Duffield-Thomas, who's brilliant at money mindset and all the rest of it. Even she says she's still working through mindset issues because there's different issues at different levels. Yeah. So this is a reusable thingamajiggy. It would be a reusable masterclass, and there would be potentially chances to attend it live again as well, if you fancy it. So let me know, and let me know, have you had this experience of signing up to something because somebody told you that you have to spend loads of money, fill up your credit card, mortgage your house? I've heard of that. Have you signed up for something, it's been pants and you didn't get a refund? Have you signed up for something where they said, this is the best formula and it just didn't work for you at all? Have you signed up for one of those 10K formulas? Let me know, because I'm feeling a little bit generous at the moment, and so tell me your story, because if you tell me your story or tag your friend who maybe has a story, I might have some freebies, because I'm feeling a bit like that, because these people have really peed me off this month, this week, and I'm kind of wanting to redress the balance a little bit. Okie dokie. Yes, please do invite anybody into the group who you think this might be useful for as well, and who needs a bit of help in their business. Remember, we're here to make sure that you get more business, either from the tips or the networking. For the networking to work, we are going to need to grow and get more people. What we actually need, a little tip for you, is we need to get to 1,000. When we get to 1,000, then Facebook will help us to grow. Okay, so that's our goal in the next few months, is to get to 1,000. Please, if everybody shared to 10 business owners, hey, we would get there really, really quickly. Right, take care. See you soon. Bye.